Welcome to the Rocket Rewind, the show where we get together and talk about things that matter, things that are interesting, and shit that might just blow your mind. Yeah, they're our opinions, and you don't have to like them. We might not like yours either, but feel free to share them in the live chat. This is America, where we have free speech, cancel culture, Karens and Darrens, all working together in such super sweet harmony. Yeah, right. Sometimes the things we talk about might help restore our faith in humanity, but all too often it's going to be stuff that might piss you off like it does us. Make sure you have your grown-up panties on and come join the conversation. Oh yeah, and make sure you subscribe and turn on those notifications. You don't want to miss this weekly dose of provocative discussion. The Rocket Rewind, Sundays at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Let's get into it. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, man, it's going. Hello, everybody watching out there. Welcome to episode 2 of the Rocket Rewind show. Let's see. It looks like Taylor is over there eating McDonald's hamburger and fries. Enjoy that, Taylor. Enjoy that. I haven't eaten yet. So, I'm hearing somebody.
Sorry, y'all.
Oh, it's okay. Hey, Dom's in the chat. What's going on, Dom? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. You got Dom Fiander watching all the way. Are you still in Australia at the moment, Dom? Or did you ever come stateside? I know you had talked about coming stateside. We've also got Chris Talbert, moderator to the stars. What is up, Chris? We got Jorge Zambrano.
Jorge!
Yes. What is going on? There's some delay in my stuff here. Hopefully that works its way back out. I don't know what's going on. Okay, Dom's still in Australia. All right. So for those of you that were here last week, you know, we're going to look at some videos. We're going to look at some news stories. We're going to kind of talk about them. We might have some opinions that might piss you off. Hey, you know, that's just the nature of opinions, right? Everybody's got one, just like an asshole, and sometimes they stink, right? But anyway, we're going to talk about them. Feel free to share y'all's thoughts in the chat as well. That's what we're here for. It's a full-on roundtable discussion. Hey, Mia's here. What's up, Dixie75? What is going on? I hate to hear that, Dom, man. I hope you get better there, brother. Hope you get better. Let me fix this. I think I'm out of camera frame a little bit. All right. So most of what we're going to look at today, well, I say most, pretty good bit of what we're going to look at today is kind of centered around the First Amendment, right? The right to say what you want in America, and the right to free press, freedom of the press, so people are able to go out and film things. Sometimes filming in public does not turn out well for the person with the camera. And so we're going to look at a couple of those. Hey, Jay Clark's here. What's up, Jay? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Any crazy happenings before we get started? Anything crazy happened to y'all this week, Adam or Steve?
I haven't had anything crazy happen to me other than keep running into people who don't know how to drive.
Oh, yeah.
So, other than that, I mean,
have y'all gotten any snow up there yet this season?
No, I haven't gotten any. It's just been getting really cold.
Yeah,
but
it's been getting a little cool some at night and in the early mornings here too.
Yeah, if it gets to the point of snow, I would rather just not be here. So much. I'm not a fan of the snow. I'll be honest with you.
No, I'm not too good at the snow either. I grew up too far south and we didn't have snow. And so we get snow more often in Huntsville than I'm used to. And I can't drive in it. It's
I don't have a
pretty
problem driving in it. It's just it being around.
Yeah, well, it's pretty to look at for about the first day, and then after that, I'm over it. John Wayne's in the house. What's up, John Wayne?
Hey, John.
Good to see you. Taylor's sister's dog passed away. Sorry to hear that, Taylor.
You know, that's kind of ironic because I did have a dog named Tasha many years ago. Yeah.
Yep. Jorge's running in here out of Chicago. Chi-Town, ain't that what they call it?
The Windy City.
Yeah. What's up, Dustin K? Good to see you. All right, so the first one I wanted to kind of look at, right? This is just a regular traffic stop. This is not necessarily a First Amendment thing, but it kind of is, right? Because what pisses the cop off is the camera and the guy saying what he feels like saying. So let's pull it up. We'll take a look at it. I'm going to have to kind of skip around a little bit on this one because it's really long. This video is like 30 minutes long, and we definitely don't want to watch a 30-minute video. So this is out of Adair, Oklahoma, or Adair, Oklahoma. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but of course, let me preface this by saying this is coming from KDJ Pro's channel, right? And this is where the video starts, and it shows the radar locked at like, what is that, 43, right?
No, it's over there on the right side.
Is that it? 57?
57 and a 45, I think. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's what he's got it locked on then. All right. Well, anyway, so it's a traffic stop. Let's watch the first part of it. There's no audio on this part.
Okay. Where was this
Actually,
at?
is there audio at all? Okay, here we go.
There we go.
Adair, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Okay.
Yeah.
Missouri. Charles 101, King 3, Lincoln.
All right, so he's calling in the tag right there. Now, I can tell you right now, whenever I went to make a stop, if I could, I would always call that tag number in prior to stopping.
Yeah,
and they try to do that around here too. It may have been that he couldn't see it or whatever. Hey, there's Cernal Gaming. What's up, Cernal? Good to see you. We got Megan D Gaming in the house too. What's up, Megan? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Oh, Jay Clark's from Oklahoma. You ever been to Adair? Is it a small town? It kind of looks like it could be a small town.
Yeah,
How you doing? Got your license on you?
So why did you pull me over?
Speeding, ma'am.
No, I slowed down to 45.
No, I got you at 58 coming in there.
No. It was 40.
Sir, is a traffic stop with you? Step out for me.
Oh.
All right there's where this derailed. That guy said bullshit, and the cop got mad about it.
Yeah, he just made it personal.
Yeah, it just got personal at that point.
Step out.
He's already got his handcuffs out. Look at him.
Step out. I'm not going to ask you again. Step out.
What's he going to detain him for? Having an opinion?
Yep, for saying bullshit.
Hands behind your back.
That's crazy.
What a jerk.
You're under arrest for disorderly conduct.
Disorderly conduct, huh?
Wow. Yeah. Dang.
Right this way, sir.
What does the statute say in Oklahoma?
Wow.
For that?
Hey, Flavia, get my phone and record this piece of shit.
Fair game.
I'd slap a lawsuit on this guy so big it make his head spin.
I can't fit in here.
Step out. They're not made for comfort.
Yeah, I was about to
Two
say,
fingers
you
right
double
there.
up his handcuff.
Fucking trip.
Open his hand.
So what is?
So she's out of the car filming now.
What is going on? I don't.
Stay in the vehicle.
I don't understand.
Ma'am, stay in the vehicle.
I don't understand what's going on. Do what?
You need to get your boss here right now. I need to talk to you.
That's
Yeah, what is going on?
Get your beer.
Have a seat.
Sir, I don't understand what's going on.
So this bothers me in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, nobody likes getting pulled over by the cops. All
That's what
right.
court date's for.
And every officer should know that. Nobody, you're not going to walk up and be best buddies with whoever you're pulling over or anybody in the vehicle, right?
No.
Hey, there's Ember Rose. What's going on, Ember? Good to see you. Stu Dorman, what's up? So first off, when you walk up as an officer, you've got to be on a even low kill, right? Because if you walk up there hopped up, they're already nervous. They're already pissed because they're getting pulled over, right? So this guy, I read the description on this video. Now, supposedly when they were going into this town, there was a bunch of construction all along this highway as they're getting closer to this town. And they were talking about how the speed limits kept going up and down, up and down, up and down, right? Kind of sounds like some places in Limestone County, I've noticed. But yeah, for real, Jesus Christ. But anyway, so she thought she was doing the speed limit, right? She thought she was doing 45. Well, apparently he's locked her at 57. He tells her 58 when he walks up, but 1 mile here or there. But this guy says bullshit. Cop immediately gets pissed off and puts him in handcuffs for disorderly conduct.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sorry. Alabama, and we're good. Alabama has a very broad, unconstitutional disorderly conduct statute too. And basically, if like I mentioned it, I think at one point last week, if you flip somebody off in public under Alabama law, that is disorderly conduct.
Yeah, but it also falls under the First Amendment.
It does.
Somebody's got to challenge it.
Somebody's going to have to challenge it. I just don't have the money to.
We'll have to go all the way to the 11th Circuit.
Probably so. Next week, we're going to probably look at one of the videos from where I came this close to getting arrested at the Limestone County Courthouse for calling that cop an asshole, calling that deputy an asshole. Hey, there's Brooklyn from Worldwide Emergency Videos. What's up? So anyway, we're going to skip around through here now. So he's locked up.
Have a seat in your car, man.
Well, I don't understand.
You can record, have a seat in your car.
But like I
You
said,
can record all you want, but have a seat in your car.
well, I'm just wondering now if my car, because it's a brand new car for me, and
Ma'am, that's
and
you
I
need to
thought
take it up
maybe
with the mechanic. Let me see your license, and I
It's
need your
right here.
insurance. Have a seat back in your car.
Okay.
Hater.
I mean, you just took my husband for no reason.
The way he's acting, I don't feel comfortable leaving him in the vehicle the way he's acting. Have a seat back in the car.
You got that video, Onyx?
Do I have what video?
The video that you're playing. We
What do
just
you
hear
mean?
audio.
Oh, you can't. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it. I thought it popped over.
That's okay.
I do apologize. So let's see. Let's skip to.
I don't know there's a gun in here. I don't trust him. There's something wrong with your husband. I don't know if he has anger problems. Listen, let me finish. I don't know if he has anger problems or what's wrong with him. But put yourself in my shoes.
Oh, I know. Trust me, my life's gonna be better.
Okay, do you need help? Are you sure you're fine? Okay, because you're telling me you're scared to go with him. I don't trust that guy. There's something wrong with him. I don't know if he has anger problems. And you can record. You don't have to hide your phone up there. Put it in front of you.
Lord.
You have every right to record. I don't know what's wrong with that guy. The first thing you do when you guys pass me, he sees me turn around, he throws his hands up at me. That's
because
okay. Now let me finish. That's number one.
All right. So yeah, he's the cop's pissed from the beginning. The passenger, who is this lady's husband, is pissed from the beginning, and those two just did not mix well, right? At all.
Well,
It's Corey Earlywine and Joe Boyd. What's up, y'all? Good to see you.
I don't know if he's just like having a really bad day.
This guy's on an ego trip. That's what it is.
He needed to take that day off. He needed that day off bad. That is wildly insane.
Yeah,
But
now,
Traffic stop.
I think he lets him out.
Two people in the vehicle, and he's already.
Now this video, if I remember right, this dude gets arrested twice on this one traffic stop.
You acting like that because I explained the same thing to your husband.
he gets arrested twice.
You got any ID on you? Cause I'm gonna document your name and stuff and send it up. I don't know why your wife's scared. Is that your wife? Okay. Everything is on body cam too, okay? She's saying she's scared to get back in the car with you after she got a ticket. I don't know if you beat your wife or what.
That's not
Come here, I'm not done
what
talking
she
to you.
said.
Hey, hey, have a seat back over here.
You're
Hey,
letting this man lie like this?
have a seat back over there.
What? He just told me you said you were afraid
Stand
to
right
get
there.
back in the car.
Stand right there.
Come on.
You
man.
walk over there again, I'm taking you to jail. I think you beat your wife, honestly. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Wow.
I mean, what the fuck?
I would have knocked
Right.
that guy right in the mouth. And it would have been worth it to go to jail over it because he deserves it.
That's wild.
The way you act, what? It's on body cam. It's all on body cam. Why would she tell me? I don't know your
That's
wife.
what I would do. I would
Listen-
just laugh at him.
Oh yeah, and listen at the cop's voice, man. His voice is cracking so bad because he is so amped up,
Mhm.
Wow.
right?
How'd they even get there?
It was immediate. That's the thing. As soon as the dude said bullshit, that cop was pissed.
Well, I just don't know how he got to him beating his wife.
Well, because she said, "Trust me, my life's going to be hell now because of the ticket," whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, she didn't say, "Oh God, my husband's going to hurt me" or nothing like that, right? Now, I think this is where he gets arrested the second time.
I hear about it. Okay, whatever. So
I'm
if I talk about it,
I'm gonna take all the information down and pass it on. They're heading south. Let's put this guy. You're free to go. I don't know what this guy's capable of.
I appreciate it, guys. You guys be safe, honestly. It's you are why cops get hurt.
Come here. Hey, now come here. Hey, no, doesn't. Hey, stay where you're at, man. Hey,
Lock the door.
do not leave. Hey, you're not free to leave. You just threatened me.
I did not
Step out of the vehicle. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
I did not threaten.
You just told me. Get out.
He says, "You just threatened me."
I didn't
How-
hear the threat.
No, he said, "You're you're going to cause somebody to get hurt,
Get hurt.
or you're going to, you're going
You're
to."
gonna get yourself hurt.
You're going to cause yourself to get hurt one day, something like that, right? He wasn't. He was walking away from him. He didn't walk towards him. He didn't become threatening in any way, right? So they yank
You
his
just told
ass
me
out of this
that you hope I
car.
don't get hurt, and I'm put your hands behind your
I
back.
asked you to be safe.
Now you caught a felony. You want to play that game?
To be safe.
He said the cop even just said himself. He said you told me you hope I don't get hurt. How is that a fucking threat, right?
Yeah.
This guy's a
I couldn't imagine
Yeah.
being the other cop. Like, that other cop's like, what the fuck have I
You
pulled?
threaten my life
Sir,
again?
I didn't threaten your life.
I'm gonna pat you down.
Sir, would you stop for 1 second?
No,
Just please.
stay where you're at.
I have a weapon.
that's
Where-
excessive
hey,
force right there
Blotter,
too.
Blotter, he's got a weapon. Where's the weapon? Where's the weapon?
Where's the weapon? It's on my front.
Get it out.
Right, all right.
Get back in the car. Get back in the car.
Let him go. Let him go. It's on my front right. I have a license.
What the hell?
You think
I have a license.
you're gonna threaten me with the gun on
I
you?
did not threaten you, sir.
Have a seat.
Sir, can you untwist this? It's really hurt. Please.
Open your hand. Okay.
Well, that's pretty much the gist of that one. I mean, so I got a couple of issues here. Of course, my primary one is that I think the cop went to level 100 too fast. I mean, all the guy said was that's bullshit in the passenger seat.
Mhm.
All right, you know what? Focus on the woman that is driving. Get her driver's license, registration, proof of insurance. Go back there and cut a fucking ticket. Give it to her. Go on about your business. There was no need for all of this, right?
Yeah,
No need for all of that. But, however, here's another thing. As former law enforcement, when that cop comes over to this car and tells him to get out and he's starting to handcuff him. At that moment, he complied. He let him handcuff him. Once he got handcuffed, instead of arguing at that moment, the first thing you should have said is, "Officer, I have a firearm in my waistband."
Yeah, you should have said that, but then he probably would have got shot.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Before, because this cop did nothing but get further and further amped up, right? Further and further amped up. So he definitely should have warned him about that firearm, because now he's got him for a threat with a firearm. I mean, it's just this is going to be a whole big bunch of bullshit, right? And then
that guy's about to get rich real quick.
Yeah, well, I think he lets him go again. I think he fucking lets him go again.
Yeah, the other cop's probably like, dude.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you're backing us into a fucking federal lawsuit. Yeah. Stop.
I ain't trying
You're
to
getting cited for $795. All your information's on this ticket.
Wow.
Or what crime?
For the way you were acting. Okay. Your court's on that date. Come to court. Fight your ticket. You have your right to.
Can I have my weapon?
I'll give you your weapon back when it's time to give your weapon back. Your concealed carry, I'm probably going to keep it and send it to the state of Missouri and get it revoked from you for the threats you made while we're in the traffic
You can't
stop.
do that.
As of this time, the firearm is being seized as evidence.
If I'm not mistaken, they kept his gun for 2 months too, didn't they?
Yeah. Now, this I also have a problem with, because he's a valid concealed permit holder. The weapon's valid. They've ran the serial number. They know by this point it's not stolen. Why are they holding it for? Why would you hold a firearm for evidence? He didn't pull it out. He didn't point it at the officer. He didn't threaten an officer with it. That firearm has nothing to do with any of this. Nothing.
True.
So this part here is a violation of his Second Amendment right, in my opinion.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
he's had his First and Second Amendment rights violated.
Well, First Amendment, Second Amendment, and Fourth Amendment, because the detention was invalid, in my opinion.
Search and seizure.
And then what is the 14th Amendment? Let me look this up.
That's illegal search and seizure, if I'm not mistaken.
That was fourth.
Well, it's so the 14th Amendment is, no state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States. That's what gives the Constitution precedent over state law, right? So, the bullshit disorderly conduct statute in Alabama violates this 14th Amendment. Right. But the second part of it is, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or process without due process of law, nor denying to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. So, yeah, he's been violated 3 ways to Sunday on this shit. Keyshawn, aloha, what's going on, brother? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. There's Stacy. What's up, Stacy? Good to see you.
Railroaded.
Yeah, he definitely got fucked on this. So
now that other cop's implemented himself into it too.
Now, do you know what the outcome was with this cop?
I couldn't find. I don't think that the lawsuit has come to a close yet. I couldn't find any finality necessarily on it. So there we go. First, Second, Fourth, and 14th Amendment violations right there. One fucking traffic stop. Wow. Good job, Adair, Oklahoma.
Wow.
Jesus.
Now, how that should have went is the cop walked up there. The guy said bullshit, and you say, "Okay, I'll give you a court date." Yeah. It's like every traffic ticket you're going to get, I'll give you a court date. And if you want to be a butthead about it, like if he just wants to keep running his mouth, I mean, that car was older. You could have found equipment violations all over that car, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure he could have found something wrong.
Whatever, tag lights, windshield wiper blades, horns, signals. I mean, do a vehicle inspection on the side of the road. Seen it done.
Yep. Oh, yeah. I mean, and see, that's the thing. That's the thing, right? So when you get pulled over by a police officer, your best bet is to just be nice, be respectful, be polite, take the ticket, fight it in court, because you're never going to win that argument on the side of the road, ever.
Never.
All that's going to happen is they're going to get pissed off. Now, one thing that will happen is like this. and you can get them to open themselves up to all these constitutional violations of your rights and stuff. So, I mean, I don't know. It depends on what you want to do. Me personally, I'd rather just get out of the fucking ticket and not have to go to court no more. You know, I don't want to have to file a bunch of lawsuits and shit.
Which I think is probable cause of the traffic stop, according to what the radar said, was legit. But if they wanted to argue that, they'd have to go to court to do it.
Yeah,
and that would have been fine. But
well, that's the thing.
Appropriate place to do
it. Yeah, the cop could have got his ticket,
and
if he just left all that other shit alone,
which would have pissed the dude off the most.
He looked like he was in the right. You looked like it was locked at 57. What are you gonna do?
Like, if you've got it, you've got it. Like, there's no need to get upset about somebody saying that your traffic stop is bullshit when you know your traffic stop is legitimate.
Exactly.
So why go to that extreme? There's no need in it. It's just a waste of time.
Yep. Now, speaking of First Amendment violations, let's see. I've got, where is it? Okay, this is the one. This one here is quite the shit too. This comes from STC Media's channel. This was posted 9 days ago. But give you a little background on this. So he's in a public office. I can't remember. Is it like the DMV or something? Department of Social Services. He was at the Missouri Department of Social Services in St. Charles County, Missouri, which is St. Charles, Missouri. St. Charles is the city name, and St. Charles is the county name. So that's where he was there, and he's left out. They've called the cops because they didn't want him in there filming, right? So then here's how this goes.
Oh, we got the police. What's that? I mean, I need them to understand what we can and can't do. And this lady keeps on trying to ascertain my camera on my head as a weapon. And she keeps on trying to say that if I don't leave that, I'll be arrested or whatever. So, I mean, if you can just at least let her know that obviously in public, I don't have to answer to her on this. And this right here, does this look like a weapon, sir, on my hat? Thank you. Can I get your name and badge number real quick, please?
308.
308. Do you got a card at all, too?
No, I don't. Why don't you wait out here?
Oh, no, I'm good.
Follow me around. Okay?
I'm going to
interfere with what I'm doing.
I'm not interfering at all.
Stay back, Andrew.
Okay. I'll stay back at that.
Andrew Joseph Cox, right?
I don't know who you think.
Now, you see what the cop is doing there, right? And he's saying his full name on the camera, trying to dox him.
Yeah. Okay, officer dipshit. We got it.
And then he even said, "Don't make me say your social security number."
Wow.
Officer tired.
How would he know that?
Like, you couldn't edit that out of a video. But that was pretty slick. But he was just talking directly to him, though.
Yeah, look at this dude's camera. She thinks that's a weapon.
Oh my Lord.
That's one of those body cameras with a movable camera
those,
lens on it, right?
Isn't that one of them cameras we used to get at Belt?
Kind of like that, yeah. Well, this is a body cam, but it has a tilt thing on the front of it, so you can tilt it over. Hey, there's Ace Pilot 2K7. What's up, bud?
What's up, Ace?
So
it's got good quality video, though.
Yeah, that's what it was filmed on. Wind is always an issue with them, though. It's the same way with mine.
That's time.
All right, so they sit there and talk, right? And over this shit. And they can't. They tell him that they can't do anything about it, right? That he's within his rights for filming.
Shit is what you are. You go fuck yourself, guy.
Why do that though?
Well, he's had issues with these cops before, I think, and so it's more or less they're gonna do shit to each other. But this goes from mere words to the cop assaults him and then arrests him for it. Oh yeah, this is about to get good. Hey, Odyssey, what's going on? Good to see you.
He could have just
fucking jerk off. Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, go suck a dick.
Now, did you notice that?
Yeah, he hit him with the door.
That was on purpose. That wasn't just, oops, I opened it into you. He does that on purpose. Watch this again.
Dude, why'd you hit me with the door?
he smiled about it too.
Yep.
Very dumb.
Well, you see, the guy didn't have to curse the cops either, man. He could have just said, well, I appreciate you guys coming out and helping me this time, and walked away, and that could have been the end of it.
Yeah, it was working out in his favor.
I agree. I do. However, once again, you know, the dude standing there with the cell phone camera and a body camera on his hat, even if he's attempting to antagonize law enforcement, officers have got to resist that urge. You've got to, you know. I mean, I don't go out looking to piss cops off. That's not why I'm out there. I'm just out there to show off what's happening. But you have a few every now and then, at the moment they see that camera, because of things like this, they assume I'm there to be an asshole. And so I've got an uphill battle to get my filming done, because other people go out there and that's what they do. They just try to piss the cops off, right? But, you know, once again, both of them could have done it better. You know, he got what he wanted. The officer backed up his constitutional right to film in public. And that should have been it. Thank you, officer. I appreciate it. We had a much better interaction this time than we have in the past, and I appreciate that.
And it could have been just left at that.
And going about your business. But instead, let's walk up next to the cop car and let's film it and everything, right? But that's his constitutional right. He had a right to walk by that car and tell that cop, fuck you, and film it. And then the cop escalates by hitting him with the door and then arresting him for assaulting an officer. Makes no fucking sense.
No, it doesn't.
And assaulting an officer is a fucking felony.
Yeah.
So
well,
in
most states.
He's got footage proving otherwise, so he should get off on that.
California.
Yeah, I mean this is new, so of course there's no outcome to this yet. But I do think that he's planning on filing a lawsuit on that.
They'll settle out with him.
Yeah,
he'll probably take it. It probably won't be no large amount of money, but it'll be. I'd have to shut up.
Yep. Now this one, this one here, this is from Slow County Observer. I believe this is in California. St. Louis Obispo, California. Right. And so Slow County Observer's out and he's filming.
San Jose emergency. What are you reporting?
Yeah, I just need the police. I'm sorry. A guy grabbed my camera and broke it, and I'm stuck here on the sidewalk.
Okay, how long ago was this?
Now, this is Slow County Observer calling law enforcement. And but now the other people at the business had already called. What happened here was he's filming the business. The business doesn't like it. The guy comes out and takes the dude's camera phone and throws it against a wall in the bushes. So Slow County Observer calls law enforcement as well because he was assaulted and his property was damaged.
Where was he filming from? Does it show? Well, I'll see in a second, I guess.
I'm not sure if he has that original part in his video or not.
Yeah.
Okay. We got to call someone with a gun? No. You don't have a gun? I don't have a gun. Okay. You're free to record me. I don't care. I'm recording you. Okay. So we did a good report of you, male with sunglasses, mask, bag with the gun. Okay. So you can record me. You can leave that there. I just got to make sure I'm safe.
All right, go for it, man.
So
I don't have any.
Okay. I'm just going to take your gun. Okay.
I can.
Yeah. Take it off.
Well,
please.
it's got a body.
Okay. That's fine. Like I said, I'm just trying to be safe. Okay, that way we can deal with this appropriately. Okay, so just relax. You're gonna have to put the tripod later. I'm gonna pat search you for weapons. There's a report. No, I'm gonna pat search you.
All right.
Okay.
I don't have any.
Okay. Well, I just got to make sure. We're all.
Now, first off, let me say kudos to these officers, right? If they got a call, a possible call for a man with a weapon, and they can show up this calm and collected, knowing that the original call was a weapon, right? That's super smart and it's super professional, right? They've done great. Yeah, they've done an awesome job on this.
Obviously,
And explaining
they might have exaggerated, but that's what we're here to figure.
And I guess I should have kind of said, so SLO County Observer, they are a First Amendment auditor, of course. They go out and they film at businesses, governmental offices, different stuff like that, right? This time he got assaulted by somebody he was filming. And he stayed on the side. I saw the original video. I want to say this was live streamed. This is from back in February the 16th, 2022. I want to say he was live streaming part of it, but anyway, the person at the business gets pissed off, takes his shit, throws it against the wall, but this guy never enters their property. He's standing on a public sidewalk. It's like, this is where just because you don't like what somebody is doing doesn't mean you can't go all daring or caring and take their shit and throw it against a wall.
Right.
Because I probably would have got locked up had that been me. I probably would have jumped on that motherfucker and beat his ass there. And then we'd all got locked up.
Yeah, it'd have been a day.
Well, that's what it sounds like. So,
well, I don't know. Maybe the video might have exonerated you. He might have got arrested.
Oh, fuck. I didn't realize that officer had his fucking rifle on him, though.
Yeah.
That officer's got his rifle.
I'm just going to hold on to your pack real quick. I'm not taking it. Here.
Can I get my body?
There you go. Oh, I see it now, too.
Go ahead, give me the body cam. Sounds like 51 Charles 4. You can shut down any incoming code 3. Go back to normal. This sounds like some kind of civil issue.
Yeah, they had more code 3 coming. Mr. Wizard, what's up, buddy?
So what happened?
It was
I was recording from the sidewalk up there. This guy didn't like it, so we just grabbed my camera and threw it in the bushes. That's everything. It caught it on live stream.
Okay. Did you know them or what's going on?
No, I don't know them at all. I was just checking out their cranes. They have like cranes.
Oh, you don't know them at all? You're just recording? Okay.
I'm just a random dude.
Okay. Well, they called in a guy with a gun, so you get this
want
response.
This kind of response, yeah.
You get this kind of response.
Yeah.
Wow, all
Holy
the cops
shit.
showed up.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Well, you got to think though. The original call was a man with a gun.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're gonna go in heavy.
Well, there's a
That's
lot
why
of
they got the
things out here.
rifles. So I mean, that makes sense.
They called in a guy with a gun,
Yeah, and
This
that
is
guy,
where it should get interesting.
Yeah, and that guy that cop did call off the remainder code 3s.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
In this day and age,
Now, if I was
you
that
would
cop,
want
I'd
this
be
kind of response,
That sounds like a crime.
pretty hot at
That's
the
I
call.
don't know.
Not him.
I came
but
out
the
from
other
that
guys.
area, but we were the first year, so.
Is it cool if I go out of the sun over here?
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care.
Trying to find where they talked to.
We're not going to search it. We're just making sure, try to figure out.
I'm trying to find where they talked to the actual complainant that called this in.
I never noticed all those cop cars the last time I saw this.
God damn it.
Of course, there's a.
I love those.
Gotta love
Fucking
YouTube.
ads. Yeah. It's almost worth getting YouTube
What I was
Premium.
doing,
But what did he say to you?
5 cars. So is it 6? I can't tell. That's 6.
Camera. Broke my camera. My camera's supposed to be right here.
So who's beat it?
It's in the bushes over there right now.
I don't know. So then dude snatches his camera off his tripod, breaks the mount.
I think this is where they're going to talk to the.
I am.
Property owner or the business owner.
Why just call the guy with the gun if there's no guy with the gun?
Is this in California?
Yeah, it is. It's in California. I don't know. Maybe it's clipped off of this video, but so they call in a guy with a gun because this dude's out recording on their sidewalk. So they've got abuse of the 911 system. They took this guy's camera and threw it and broke it.
Yeah.
Right. And all he's doing, I mean, he's clearly on the sidewalk. There's a whole fucking hump of grass and a parking lot between where he was and their building. You know, that's one of them things where if you don't like the fact that somebody's filming or whatever, go back inside, shut the fuck up, leave them alone. They'll go away.
Yeah. The big of a deal you make it, the longer they're going to stay.
Yeah. I mean, now you've got all this on YouTube when before he'd have walked by with nothing been happening, he'd have walked on down to the next damn business.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not rocket science. Leave people with the fucking camera alone if you don't want to be on the camera. You know?
It's pretty simple. It's cut and dry, really.
Yeah.
We don't go away, we zoom in.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. But anyway, but these officers, man, I mean, they did a really good job. Now they were coming in force, and they were coming thinking it was a man with the gun, so they were ready to do business if they had to do business. But when he got there, he realized real quick. He probably kind of knew who this guy was once he saw him, right? And so it's St. Louis Obispo, California. I mean, these officers did fucking excellent work.
Mm-hmm.
They ended up, I can't remember. And I didn't realize he had cut it out of this video. Because I really thought that it was on here, but he must have done a second follow-up or something to this one.
You know, in Alabama, that would have been a robbery case.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Take somebody's phone. Yeah.
Off their person or out of their hands. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
That property owner would have went to jail.
But I'm super proud of these officers here. Now, this is, he says it's the, well, he doesn't say whether it's the police department or not, but it looks like it's a combination, possibly.
Yeah.
There's a couple of different colored uniforms, so I don't know. Maybe if it's two departments, maybe sheriff's department and all that. So let me bring us to one right here in Alabama. And there's no video for this one, unfortunately, but let me share it over here. This has been all over the news media here lately, but Stacy says Alabama goes back to kindergarten. Don't take shit that's not yours. That's right. That's right. So this happens. This one is from WAFF 48, which is our local news station here. I like to use their stuff whenever I can. They've been pretty cool when we've been out there, and I've talked to them some out at different scenes and stuff. But this is coming out of Valley, Alabama, which is a very small town that's down on the Georgia-Alabama line. And an 82-year-old woman was arrested for failure to pay for her trash services. Let that sink in. 82 years old. She's arrested because she didn't pay her trash bill. Oh, my God, she must have owed thousands, right? No, let me zoom in here on it for you. Here it is.
$77.
Yep, $77.80, right? So what happened was code enforcement issued Miss Minifield a citation in August of 2022 for non-payment. It was for June, July, and August. It was $77.80. All right. Nobody knows where Auburn is either, Stacy. Auburn ain't important. What you talking about? Anyway, I'm not an Alabama fan either, so yeah. But anyhow, so prior to issuing the citation, code enforcement says that they tried to call her several times. They even attempted to contact her in person at a residence. Contact couldn't be made, so a door hanger was left on a residence. Okay, people need to pay their trash bill. I get it, right? But this lady's 82 years old. She's obviously, retired, probably living off of Social Security.
Yeah.
Probably barely able to make ends meet. There's been more information come out about this and what's in this story, but her house is basically falling apart. She's, her water quits working sometimes. I mean, she's having a rough go. And so they left a door hanger. She she didn't call, whatever. Anyway, the citation that they issued said that she was supposed to appear on September the 7th, right? She didn't show up for court. She says she didn't get it, whatever. It says here that, oh, hey, look at that. Where this money comes from, Mr. Wizard. Look at that. We just got $15 from Mr. Wizard. Them's US dollars too. PayPal sends it right on over in US dollars. So I do appreciate that, Mr. Wizard. Thank you so much. But anyway, so she was also arrested. Well, first off, her trash has been suspended 3 times in the past 2 years for non-payment. There's been over 22 instances of suspensions of service since 2006. All right. Court records show that she was arrested in 2006 for not paying a $206.54 trash bill. The case was later dismissed upon compliance, I guess, meaning she caught it up, right?
Paid it.
Hey, get that YouTube premium. I hear you, Mr. Wiz. Yeah, I might have to actually do that. Hey, Braden Warford, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. So they arrested her for this trash bill, right? And this is the second time that she's been arrested for a trash bill. Now, I get it. People need to pay their bills, right? But didn't I understand that there's not a debtor's prison in the United States, that you don't go to jail for owing money?
That's kind of what I was thinking.
I mean,
and when it coded, well, I just don't understand. Well, I guess it's a county. Maybe it's a county trash pickup or city trash pickup or something.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's
township, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be, so it's environmental services, and it's City of Valley Code Enforcement that issued the thing. So I'm sure they have some kind of ordinance, some kind of code. You got to pay your trash bill, whatever. Okay. But here's my question. Who's the asshole at code enforcement that thought it was a good idea to go down to the magistrate and get a damn warrant issued for an 82-year-old woman?
Yeah.
Probably a new guy who's trying to press his bosses.
That's such an asshole thing to do.
It is.
And are there no programs to help elderly disadvantaged people?
Well, and my thing, like the cop that has to go out and execute that warrant, like I would have looked at that warrant and put it at the back.
Could you imagine that she opens the door and she's standing there with a walker?
Tried that one. That one's ridiculous.
Now, the police department issued a statement on their Facebook page, and she's talked to some news media, right? She said the officers were respectful, but they explained to her, we can't go against a magistrate's order to pick you up. But
magistrate shouldn't be in place.
So there's 2 people that are assholes in this situation, in my opinion. Number one, the code enforcement guy that went to the magistrate in the first place, and the magistrate that actually signed a fucking warrant for an 82-year-old lady for a trash bill. Where get a program in place down there, Valley, Alabama, to help elderly people. Here's another thing. So people saw this news and they're like, "Oh, we want to pay her trash bill for her," right? They try to get in touch with the trash folks. They won't let anybody else pay it.
Oh, come on. That ain't right.
She has to pay it herself.
That ain't right. Let's say she's on a fixed income. She got, like, I don't know. Let's say she gets $300 a month from Social Security.
Well, see, that's the screwed up thing in our system. Is how Social Security is applied to the people that paid into it. It's absolutely wild how that is broken down and paid out. Like, it's absurd.
Well, and my grandmother just turned 90 this year, right? And there's times that she picks and chooses what she can spend money on because she knows she's got X hundreds of dollars worth of medication and Medicare insurance premiums to pay. If Oakdale, Louisiana locked up my grandma for a fucking $80 trash bill and then wouldn't let nobody pay it, I'd show my ass down there.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I mean, pay your trash bill. I'm all for that. I pay my bills. Everybody needs to pay their bills. Some people struggle to pay their bills. This is an elderly lady. She needs help. Why is there no program to help her? Why can we not? So when you pay your light bill here with Huntsville Utilities, they have a roundup option. I think they call it Project Share, right? Yeah. Which is, if you pay your light bill here in Huntsville and you can do it. But it's it goes to programs like what this lady needs, somebody to help sometimes, Yeah. But the fact that people are calling and wanting to pay their bill and they won't take it, that's kind of bullshit.
That's crazy.
Well,
Why
but
would you let somebody pay it? They just want the money, obviously.
Yeah, but I went down to pay the car note on the Camry, and it's in my wife's name. And I forgot when I left from here. I had my checkbook, but I didn't have the payment slip. The little pre-printed payment slip that they give you. I forgot it. I didn't take it. So I go by the bank and I'm gonna pay it. And I've got the receipt from the last payment I made that has the last 4 digits of the account number on it. My address is the same as my wife's on my driver's license. That's where the car is registered at. I've made every payment that's been made. Every check that's been paid to pay this car note has been signed by me. I go in there to pay it, and because I don't have that pre-printed slip, I didn't have the full account number. They were like, well, you can't pay it. We got to make sure it's applied to the correct number. And I'm like, well, I got the last 4. This is where I paid it. It's her name and it's the same address as mine. I can give you all the info you need, but that account number, just apply it. Don't give me a receipt if you don't want to give me any info you're scared to give out or whatever.
Right.
And they were like, no, we can't do it. And I'm like, okay, well, give me something in writing where you're denying the payment on this loan. And then I'll take the fucking car and we'll own it. Because you can't refuse payment unless you're planning on signing this car over and giving it to us. Well, then the branch manager comes, she gets involved, she gets taken care of, she finally lets me pay it, but she wants to tell me how she's not supposed to do it, blah, blah, blah. I don't care what your policies are. I'm just trying to pay the goddamn car note, right? And how am I going to steal anybody's information by going and paying their car note?
Somebody's bill. Yeah.
Even the
Especially if it's
info.
your car.
Well, yeah, and even the info that you do give me back, the receipt, it only has the last 4 digits of the account number. And the account number is like 15 or 20 digits long. That you're not even, there's nothing I can do. I don't know. Anyway, it pissed me off, but it's one of them things. Wait a minute. So Stacy owes a debt to Swift Transportation, telling you can't make a payment unless you make a huge down payment. Yeah, fuck them. Yeah.
Swift sucks.
They've got to take a payment. They have to take a payment. If they deny a payment, get them to deny it in writing and then tell them to go fuck themselves. Now, I think that used to be a thing. I'm not sure it is. You might want to consult an attorney on that before you get hemmed up, but that used to be a thing. So that's one elderly lady that's been arrested. Let's look at another one. But this one is from Steve's home state of Colorado. Let me share this tab. Here we go. So this one's in the news. This happened a while back, but it's in the news right now because the ACLU's gotten involved and they filed a lawsuit on behalf of this lady. This lady is 77 years old, and the SWAT team raided her house looking for a stolen iPhone 11. How did they find out the iPhone 11 was at her house? Well, they didn't, because it wasn't at her fucking house. They didn't find anything. What it was is they used the Find My iPhone thing. The guy somebody's truck had gotten stolen. It had some weapons in it. It had an iPhone in it. So they used the track your iPhone thing to find it. Well, anybody with any sense will know that it's not going to give you an exact street address. It's going to bounce off of cell towers, Wi-Fi's, and all that kind of stuff, right? So it might show that it's pinging near a house, but it might be 6 houses down. It's not exact, but they got a warrant for this lady's house because it was close enough. God damn it. It was close enough. Close enough. Now the video, it's body camera footage here, which I did not watch because just reading the stories pissed me off enough. So I have no idea how pissed off I'm going to get by watching this video. But as y'all can tell, I'm a little protective of elderly people.
Well, I was about to ask, since when do they send SWAT teams looking for iPhones? But it makes sense since there was guns in the truck.
Well, it's Colorado. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say on that.
Well, you don't expense that much. Okay.
But she has filed a lawsuit, right? What happened was, so the truck that was broke into allegedly contained 4 semi-automatic handguns, a tactical style military rifle, a revolver, 2 drones, $4,000 in cash, and an old iPhone 11. Just an old one. So my thing is, what's this motherfucker doing that this truck belongs to? He's got all these weapons and drones and cash and an old iPhone.
Colorado, they're really big into guns, real big Second Amendment state, but for whatever reason, it's a Democrat state, which makes no sense.
Right.
You got big time game hunting out there. You got target practice. You can go anywhere in Colorado in the mountains, and you can do whatever you want to do with your guns. It's actually one of the states where I actually really enjoyed living for that specific reason. Like I had an SKS at one point in time, and my dad had one, and at one point, just head on up into the mountains and you go camping, and you want to unload that weapon with 7.6239. Yeah, you can do it. Nobody will say a word to you about it.
I follow a lot of guys on YouTube that do a lot of like range practices and stuff. He may be one of those guys that, and they use those drones to go up and take aerial shots and shoot in a range.
It's very possible. I mean, that could even have been a day where he was leaving the tri-state gun show, because you get that down there. Oh my God, it's huge, absolutely massive. I love their gun shows there.
Yeah.
So let's look at the body camera footage, because goddamn, this iPhone was important. Now they went in force because of the weapons. I get it, right?
Yeah, I get that too.
But even if it's a theft situation, not an armed robbery situation, I don't know. I think they went in real hard.
All right, boys, we're here.
Anyone inside 5380. Number police department with the first one. You come to the door with your hands up.
Just want to have a seat back. Do you have anything on you not supposed to?
Huh?
Do you have any guns or knives?
No. Oh, no. I don't.
Did you see that cop smiling?
Yeah.
He's like, holy fuck, this is an old lady.
Well, and the SWAT team guys are probably like, what the fuck is this warrant?
Yeah, look at this dude right here. He's like, are you serious? We geared up. Yeah, we geared up for this.
Yeah.
I want to know where in Denver this is.
I don't think it said. They just said Denver, Colorado.
Well, right. They don't get it. Whoever filled out this warrant application probably will never get another one.
We're gonna.
Well, the lead detective that filled this affidavit out to get this warrant is named in this lawsuit, of course. I think his name was like Gary Staub or something like that.
What's up? So nobody else is in the house, man?
No, nobody else is in the house.
Okay, so they got a search warrant for your house. Okay, there was some evidence that they believe is in the house. So I'm going to walk you over there, and we're going to talk to some detectives, okay? Once we make some more announcements, just give me a minute and double check that nobody else snuck in the house on you, okay?
Okay.
What's your name, ma'am?
Sneak in the house because I heat my doors locked.
Oh, good for you.
Because I'm in here by myself.
Oh, you are? Okay.
My name is Ruby Johnson.
Okay, Miss Johnson, just give us a second, and then I'll get you over to those detectives, okay?
Okay. That's weird. I see stuff like this on the movie, but I didn't think it ever happened.
Well, we knew you were a star, so we were going to make you a movie star today.
Oh, my God.
You guys believe in her? What
Yeah.
she's saying? Get charged? All right, then you're gonna move up.
Oh,
Now look at this shit, right? Why not ask her for the fucking key?
right.
Wow.
I mean, you're gonna break into her shit.
That's just rude.
Oh man. And she's probably on a fixed income too.
Yeah, 77 years old.
Jeez.
Snowblower. He's going in with gun first.
I mean, I understand checking the shed. You know.
Good, man.
But and I get executing warrants for them, you know.
Well, I mean, they think that there's
clear.
They think there's automatic guns and
yeah. I mean,
what the fuck?
Oh, they're hitting her back door.
Ramming rod, hell yeah! Break that door frame.
What the fuck, man?
It's just like a wall.
That was uncalled for.
I could have just asked her to go in the house. I mean, come on.
I don't know.
They
Mr.
could
Johnson,
have
do you
cleared
have any grandkids over recently?
That's what I
Do
was
I have? Did I have any?
Yeah,
grandkids?
like maybe yesterday.
Oh no.
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 Okay.
See, I kind of figured that.
Busted up the ceiling. Look at that. Because they want to get in the attic. Give me a break. It's crawl space up there, dude.
Yeah, but still. I mean, how much they gonna tear this lady's house up?
Well, I mean, I understand why they're doing it. I do. Because there have been people in the past that lied and say no.
Oh, yeah.
And then have a grandkid hiding up in the attic with one of them little pistols or something, try to pop a shot off or something. Like, I get
He's
it.
probably hiding up in the attic with the iPhone.
Stacy said 77 years old, fixed income. Nah, bruh. She's a forklift certified badass full of big dick energy, just stealing guns, $4,000 and 3-year-old iPhone.
Phones, yeah. Flying them drones around, taking them aerial shots.
Yes, Lord. Oh my God.
Anything, Nate? All right, we're gonna call it good.
But you know, like, well, you know, we
All right,
kind of
boys.
experienced that before in Huntsville, David. You know, where grandparents or parents would show up and we're the bad guys because their kids were stopped for stealing. You know.
Oh yeah. I mean,
And they'd be
I
trying
get
to
it.
cover for 'em and
I
stuff.
get
So
it.
I get it.
But here's my problem though, right? Is you see it's a 77-year-old woman. She tells you she lives here alone.
Yeah.
She's being compliant. She ain't showed her ass not the first little bit.
No.
If you'd asked that lady for the keys to her house, she'd open that
She-
door for you. She'd open that door and let you in.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
yeah.
I don't think they needed to bust her door down and cut locks off.
Yeah, I think they could
And-
have cleared through the front of the house to the back door and opened it.
And if there's a crawl space up there, surely there's a way to get into it, right, Steve, without knocking the ceiling tiles totally
Well,
out?
right there where he was busting down, that's just a little panel. You got to do is push it up and slide it over.
Slide it over. Yeah.
I mean, the houses in Denver, they're kind of rinky-dink stick houses, man. They're nothing to them. I mean, everything they did was excessive.
But they could
Everything.
go back and fix it too. You know, they could go back and fix what they messed up with the lady. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they will.
Because I can tell you, I had to go get trustees one time and take them to a lady's house and have them fix the door frame. And we had to buy the, wood materials to fix it.
Jesus.
You know, it was part of it.
Well, I mean, we can kind of see how the chat feels about it, right?
Yeah. I mean, it seems bad, but you also have to think, like, if people didn't mislead in the past, and that's how you have to operate, is everybody's misleading. then that kind of stuff wouldn't happen.
Well, I get what they have to check. I get that they have to check and everything.
So I can't fault the SWAT team guys. Like, I get their tactics and why they're doing it. Totally understand it.
Well, my thought process is the lead investigator should have done a little more work before sending the SWAT team to a 77-year-old lady's house.
Yeah, I think I would have watched that geolocation on that phone maybe a day or two more.
Yeah, I mean, let's see if it moves.
Yeah,
you know.
Which I mean, like, but here's the thing too. Those are supposed to be accurate down to feet and inches.
Well, but from what I understand, from the let's see. What I understand, they talked about that in this article. Okay, so Stab, whatever, said the man used to find my iPhone app, and it pinged at Johnson's address at about 11:30 a.m. and 3:55 p.m. the day it was stolen.
Okay, so it did ping at that location twice.
But in a screenshot, the app actually indicated that the phone pinged somewhere in the vicinity of Johnson's home and did not give a precise location. Despite this, Stab allegedly swore that the screenshot from the app signified the phone being inside of Johnson's house. Now, here's the thing. So if a device's location cannot be determined precisely, the user will see a blue circle around the marker on the map. The size of the blue circle shows how precisely the device's location can be determined. The larger the circle, the larger the inaccuracy. The blue circle covered an area spanning at least 6 different properties and parts of 4 different blocks in the vicinity of that street.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got him. I wouldn't even applied for a warrant until I knew.
Well, that's because he swore on the affidavit that it pinged at that house.
That's
not within a damn 4-block vicinity and 6
retarded.
properties.
That's stupid to even try that. I mean,
yeah,
that's I mean, she's got a legitimate lawsuit.
But talk about jumping the gun on that one.
Yeah. Dom said the cops are bored waiting for a real call, so they thought they might target an elderly person.
Well,
I don't even know.
To me, it sounded like the phone was moving, right? So why not send some unmarked cars? Or if you're a detective and you have an unmarked car, go sit in the damn neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Well, and the thing is it was, I believe it was an entire vehicle that was stolen.
Yeah, why wouldn't you look for the car? I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking when you were talking about it at first. Like, if they stole a car, why not just look for the big car?
Because Denver cops don't go after stuff like that.
Police were looking into a truck that had been stolen.
Right.
So there was
what
a
kind
truck.
Of truck was it?
There was it doesn't say. It just says a truck. And it was at the Hyatt hotel.
Yeah, Denver cops don't like to work. I'll be perfectly honest with you. If your car gets stolen, they won't do a damn thing about it.
Well, they didn't. Goddamn, if it's got an iPhone in it, they gonna come looking.
That's right. If it's got an iPhone, they're going to go get that sumbitch.
Well, if it was a GM truck, it would have OnStar.
That's true.
Because God knows how you got that much money and equipment.
Well, I tell you what, it only has OnStar. It only has OnStar if the person subscribed to it.
But it's still active. Yeah. You can still track them from it, and they can still shut down your vehicle whether you paid a subscription or not.
Oh no shit!
That
I didn't know.
Oh yeah. Riz has a good point. Says if her grandson was there with guns, cash, and a stolen iPhone, she'd probably beat his ass all the way to the SWAT truck herself.
I think right. But not all grandmas are like that, though. Not all of them are like that. True. I wish that was true. You know that they would do that. Mine would have.
I do get them showing up in force because there were weapons, right? Yeah. But they didn't need to tear the lady's house up. The lead detective could have done a little more work before sending the SWAT team to an elderly lady's house.
But I also have to point out too, we don't know the layout of that house. Like, I can say you could clear to the back door tactfully, sound and safely, but not knowing the layout, there could have been a hallway when you walked in her front door, and it could have been a kill tunnel.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
I could understand not knowing the full thing of it. I'll give them a lot of leeway for that one because
I mean,
just not being there.
But why bust the door down with the battering ram?
Well, she may not have had her keys with her, and you
Yeah,
might have had to
maybe.
walk through the kill tunnel to get to the keys.
True.
So I can
No,
see
man,
that.
you're not going through the house to unlock the door for us. We'll make do.
Well, for her safety and their safety, they don't want anybody else in the way. I do get that. But I don't know, man. That bothers me. That definitely bothers me.
Yeah, I mean, it's not my favorite thing, but the SWAT guys, I give them a pass because they're just doing what they're supposed to do with a warrant. But the whole idea behind where they go bad is how they applied for that warrant and not having a specific geolocation from that phone.
Yeah,
and with a 4-block radius. What are you gonna do? Give a search warrant for every house in 4 blocks? You know what I
For
mean?
real.
You gonna go sign? You going to apply for all those houses?
Yeah.
What judge would sign that warrant? You know.
Oh, I know, but that's the thing. He should have known that it wasn't accurate enough to get a warrant. Wiz has a point here. Wouldn't SWAT be able to check for heat signatures? With a thermal camera. Those are
that's a lot of TV stuff. Some SWAT teams have them, but not all, and they're not that common.
Yeah,
and if she has a brick home, it's not going to work so good.
Yeah, it could. You got a lot of things that could interfere with that. So they're not going to take what they see on that as gospel either. But it would help. At least they would see something, but they still wouldn't rely on it totally.
Usually, thermal cameras are good for like if you're in a pursuit out in the woods or something.
Yeah, when there's nothing else around.
Yeah, those come in handy for that.
So before we talk about this next story, this is a news article that just came out today. It's from Uvalde, Texas. And first off, let me say the shit that happened there is horrible.
Yeah.
Why people go into a school and start shooting, I will never understand. But I was around when Columbine happened. I remember all the news and stuff of that. No, they haven't found the items. It didn't say in that news story. But in Uvalde, they didn't follow procedure. I mean, simple. It's just simple.
Well, they didn't follow any training that anybody in law enforcement today is trained to do in an active shooting situation.
Now, the Columbine school shooting was one of the first major shootings that really kind of changed the way police handled school shootings. So after Columbine, police departments were trained on. It doesn't matter if you're the only officer that has shown up. You immediately make entry into that building. You go directly to where the gunfire is, and you stop that threat. That's it. You don't start evacuating people. You don't stand around trying to formulate a plan. You get there, you get your ass to that shooter, you stop that shooter by them either surrendering or you shoot and kill them. That's it. There's no hem-hawing and bullshitting around when you're talking about defenseless kids and teachers in a school, right?
And the issue that they did is they went in only when the shooting stopped.
Well, and there's some things in this story that really drives home how fucked up the police response was here.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people have been fired, demoted, let go, resigned, but it ain't over because the shooting victims have filed a class action lawsuit for $27 billion. That's with a B dollars, $27 billion. There were 21 victims. I mean, God, I couldn't imagine if one of my kids had been in there and knowing that the cops could have stopped it and didn't even try.
Well, you know, one of the teachers that was killed was a cop's wife, and they ended up taking his gun off of him and walking him out of that school
because
when he was
ready
trying to
go
do
in.
what he was trained to do.
Exactly.
So and I don't know if he might have been the one. I don't know if he was the one that had the heart attack and died, but you remember that one of the school teachers' husbands died shortly thereafter from a heart attack from the stress and stuff.
Dustin K has a perfect point right there.
All teachers having a gun permit?
Absolutely.
I don't know that they I don't know that they should be forced to have a gun permit.
They should be forced. They should at least the ones who can carry, they should.
Yeah,
they really should. I mean, because if you've got guns in the school that are controlled by the teachers who go to the training and all that other stuff, if something were to go down, you know, you got somebody there that's already ready to take care of that situation.
What's up, Junior?
Well,
How
I think
you doing,
teachers
buddy?
should. The teachers that are going to have guns in schools, I'm all for, but I think they need to pass the same psych evaluations that officers.
Oh yeah.
Well, the more firearms you have in a school, the more potential for
accidents,
an accident to happen. I mean, I would think there would need to be some serious training.
I'm not saying just give a gun to any Tom, Dick, or Harry. I mean, you get them people trained or the people who are already trained, or heck, even if they're instructors on the side, you know.
Yeah. Well, I think they should pass the same firearms qualifications that police officers do, which is an FBI firearms qualification.
I agree with that.
For it. And I can tell you from the training I got in the academy, they sent us to the academy with 1,000 rounds, and it was some of the best education that I got for shooting than I have ever got throughout my life and hunting and being outdoors and stuff. That was some of the best training I ever got. And I think teachers could benefit from that if they so want to choose to carry a gun. I think that would be I'm not against it. And I think it could be beneficial.
If it's done correctly, I'd be all for it.
Yeah, not every teacher needs a gun, and they should have to pass a recertification every year.
I mean, not every teacher should have a gun. Not every individual walking the street should have a gun.
There's clearly some police officers that shouldn't have them, but
exactly. I mean, that's a thing. But now here's the thing about this lawsuit, right? So,
I like what Dixie said.
It's where's that at? Add cameras.
Yeah, add cameras to school properties. I agree.
Yeah, there does need to be a lot more cameras.
I think if police officers are required to wear body cameras, I think cameras in classrooms should be.
So they got them. Columbine was riddled with them before the shooting.
Yeah, Columbine had a lot of cameras, but I'm talking like if teachers are having problems with kids in classrooms, parents should be able to pull up a webcam video and hear what's going on in the classroom. I think that's fair game.
Like they do at a lot of daycares now. A lot of daycares have live stream cameras you can pull up
with audio. I think it's fair game.
So here's the part that really gets under my skin, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm not in law enforcement anymore. Mm-hmm. I can't say what I would do because I haven't been in that situation.
Yeah. But
somebody please explain to me how you can have 376 cops on that campus that waited for 77 minutes.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's some of the videos that I've seen inside the hallways and stuff. They were like, "What are we standing here for?" Like
a lot of them
talking about it. Why the fuck are we standing here?
A lot of the officers were ready to go, and the leadership was telling them to stay back.
Right, and like I said, they removed the one cop whose wife was a teacher and was communicating with him, telling him what's going on, and they removed him, took his firearm off of him, and removed him out of the school. Like, what sense did that make at all? They literally let these kids sit in there and get massacred by this guy, and just stood there. And like, that is like, I went through the academy in 2008, and we did active shooter training in schools then. And this goes completely against any of that. It makes no sense. So I don't know who that supervisor was on that campus, but he was an idiot. And if I was a cop there, I would have got fired. I'll just be honest with you. They could have kept it. Because I couldn't in good conscience stand outside and listen to that.
Exactly.
It was just not. It would not have worked in my conscience.
Now
it would have weighed on me. And I think a lot of the cops that have quit probably quit for that same reason.
Yeah, I think so too. So now a group of the survivors' family, or the group of survivors and families, also filed a lawsuit against Daniel Defense. That's the company that made the gun that the shooter had in the store where he bought the gun. They're seeking $6 billion in damages there. I think there was some question on whether the gun purchase was actually fully legal or not.
But Daniel Defense didn't sell it to him. They just made a product.
2 officers have been fired because of their actions at the scene. Others have resigned or been placed on leave. In October, Colonel Steve McGraw, the head of the Texas Department of Public Safety, acknowledged mistakes by officers, but defended his agency, saying they did not fail Uvalde. Well, if nobody's going to admit to it, but everybody that was there, every department there had, I know
a lot of the cops never even went into the school. A lot of them stayed on the perimeter.
Yeah.
And a lot of them were keeping parents from going in. And I understand what their job details were. Like, I get that. But, man, I just can't. I can't wrap my mind around standing outside hearing that and not relate to those parents. And
well, a parent wants to protect their children, right?
Yeah.
And
when a parent's willing to eat a bullet for their kid.
Exactly. Day. And when a call goes out that there is an active shooter at a school, this was an elementary school, for fuck's sake. What were these students were in the 4th grade? Wasn't this a 4th grade classroom?
Yeah, something like
These kids hadn't even gotten started good in life. And you're going to dilly-dally around for an hour and 17 minutes. Don't get me wrong. I didn't run in there and do anything because I wasn't there. And if it was to happen at the school right down the road, I still wouldn't run in there and do anything because I can't. I'm not a law enforcement officer, right? I can't run into a school with a gun. Parents can't run in there and save their children even though they want to, because then it becomes a more dangerous situation. Yeah. But that's why we rely on the police to do that. That's what they're trained to do.
Well, and the guys that ended up ending the school shooting were not state police officers. They were federal agents with the Border Patrol.
Yeah.
The state guys, none of the state certified officers in there stop any of that.
Yeah, most of the videos that I saw, there was a lot of them that were showing some of the Border Patrol guys, and they were pissed.
Yeah,
that they weren't moving in. They were like, "We need to get in there. We need to get in
there.
What are
y'all doing?"
Yeah. So there was a lot of good officers on scene there that now have to live with the fact that they weren't allowed to go in. Yeah. And had they been, I think they could have stopped a lot of that. Speaking of parents wanting to do everything for their kids, I ran across a video. It was tweeted out from ABC News. But this little girl is waiting on the school bus, and she gets attacked by a raccoon. A raccoon attacks her. Her mom hears her hollering, and her mom sure as hell didn't hesitate for an hour and 17 minutes. She run right the hell out here. Watch this. This mom ain't putting up with no bullshit from this raccoon attacking her little girl.
Oh, yeah.
No, they don't normally attack humans, man. They'll run the other way.
This mom's got her daughter in one hand and the raccoon in the other.
It sounds like there's a dog close by to fed it to the dog. Bounce it off that pole or something. Oh, it might have rabies.
Only if it was foaming at the mouth, I guess. But wow.
And then it's gonna come right back over by the house.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
That mom was like, not today, raccoon, not today, not my daughter. Yeah.
Yeah.
And but see, that's the thing, right? Her mom heard her cry for help and she went and she answered it.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if that was a mother, like a mother raccoon, and there was like babies around.
Babies or something.
That's the only way that I know that the raccoon will come after you.
It could have been. It could have been.
Scared.
So let's see. How far are we here? How far in are we?
Hour and 25 minutes.
All right, we're about right. We're about right on track. There is a video I did want to show, but I think we're going to have to save it because it's.
Let's do one more. Why not?
Okay, all right. We'll do another video because this one, this is one that Steve had sent me to take a look at. I found the actual original video though.
Oh, sweet.
Because I like to get the original without anybody else's commentary on it. We got our own kick-ass commentary to add. So there we go. Oh fuck, wrong one. There we go. Stacy says the raccoon must work for the Denver PD SWAT, looking for that iPhone.
It's covering all.
Oh shit! Hell yeah! Oh my god! All right. So Steve sent me this one, and I had to backtrack a little bit to find the original video. It comes from Clear Lake Community Watch. This guy does have a pretty thick accent, so you're going to have to listen kind of close. But this is the Harris County Sheriff's Office. And so here's what this guy's description says. And here it says, a good cop should ignore a statement like "fuck the police." Most officers in my area ignore me when I give them the finger or play Ice Cube's "fuck the police" as I drive by. This deputy took it to the next level and decided to infringe on my rights and tried every trick in the book to get me on something, anything. Too much ego while wearing a badge and a gun. So let's take a look at this one.
Fuck the police!
So he rides by and he's like, fuck the police, right? And the cop is like, okay, fuck this traffic stop. I'm going after this guy. I don't know where it is. He didn't have the information in there as to the state. So I'm not 100% sure there, Stacy. Hey, there's John Daynard. What's up, John? Good to see you. But yeah, he's about to get pulled over for saying fuck the police.
I wonder what the reason for the stop was.
Because the cop didn't like he didn't like this guy's comment.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, but you still got to have a probable cause to stop. I'm saying fuck the police is not a. But you can always find. You can 9 times out of 10 find probable cause to stop a car.
Now this guy is also armed. He has a weapon on his hip. He just put his body cam in the cup holder so it can see his firearm and the officer when he walks up.
Is he driving that Toyota?
Now I want to watch this one all the way through. Y'all got to get the full feel of this one.
Okay.
Yeah. There we go.
He rolled his window up.
Yep. Windows up, dash cam turned to view the action.
Oh, I'd let him throw that shit out. Got him from littering.
Why do you pull me over? tell you that if you roll it down.
Why can't you tell me now?
Because the reason I pulled you over is you were yelling something from your car.
So what?
Huh?
So what? That's why you pull me over, because I'm
Because I
yelling?
don't know if you need help or anything.
Oh, I don't need help.
So,
Thank you.
Okay, let me see your driver's license real quick.
I don't need help.
Okay, can I see your driver's license?
What for?
Can you use the turn signal when you made a turn?
Of course I did.
Can I see your driver's license?
You can.
All right, you could hear the turn signal on the video first off, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, I pulled you over to make sure you didn't need help. I don't need any help. Okay, have a nice day.
Yeah, but see, I don't
That
know
should have been
about.
it.
In some states, you got to signal like so many feet before your turn.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania's 200
Or
feet.
you don't, or it's not considered that you used your turn signal. So if you stop and then turn on your turn signal, it's not really.
Yeah.
that
Oh
you
yeah. Well, I mean, and
used
you can an officer can pretextual stop. I mean, you can come up
Oh,
with
yeah.
a stop
You can
reason. That's
find a
not
reason.
hard.
Yeah.
Hear the sound on the dash cam too.
Let me see your driver's license. You can just crack the window if that's what you want to do.
It's already cracked.
I can't see that.
Well,
This thing.
it doesn't matter. Here.
I was shining his light on the camera.
Ads. Yeah.
He worked his way into this traffic stop.
I don't.
Texas law requires. Okay. My license to carry, as Texas law requires. I should have put them upside down for extra fun. I'll try them in the next time.
I wish to answer questions.
You have to let me know if there's a weapon in the car. You not take the class?
I did.
Did they tell you you have to tell them?
When you demand identification, I have to display this. That's what they told me in the class. That's what the law says.
The officer wants to take the
And
weapon.
actually, if I don't display, there's really not much you can do because there is no penalty attached to that. I have to carry this if I'm carrying this.
Are you carrying?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, so if you have a weapon in the car, then what?
You got one on your hip. So what?
Do I smell alcohol in your breath?
No, you don't.
How do I know?
Because you can smell my breath.
I can smell something coming
Oh,
out.
really?
Let's see. Let me do some field fire.
I don't think so.
Something. The window's
Where are you
up.
coming from?
Huh?
Where are you coming from?
You saw me where I.
This guy's something else, man.
Yeah.
I was coming
Oh,
from.
I just saw you driving down.
Are you done with this?
I'm done with that, yeah.
All right, cool.
Where are you coming from?
I don't answer questions. I've already told you. Let me know when I'm free to go. Also, what is your name? What's your name? Your name? Sheriff, that's your name? Sheriff?
Right above it, right there. You see it?
I'm not familiar with the English alphabet, sir.
Well, that's a personal problem.
Okay, can I have an incident number, please? Oh, a ticket, okay.
Can't write him a ticket. He didn't do nothing wrong.
Okay? I don't want you exiting the vehicle because you have a weapon in the car.
Did
Or
I
I'm going
exit
to-
the-
or I'm going to
Did I
assume you
exit
have-
the vehicle?
I'm
Did I
giving you a heads
exit the
up.
vehicle?
Give you a heads up.
Did I exit the vehicle? Hey, can I? You do have a dash cam, right? Very good. You can't just pull me over because I said fuck the police. I hope you realize that. Stupid fuck. Oh, that's fine right there.
He's like, fuck this, I'm gonna drink some tea.
I'm sorry?
Do you have insurance on the vehicle?
Yeah,
Can you show it to me, please? It doesn't come back.
of course it comes back.
Not on my system, it doesn't.
What are you doing today to change your mood?
God
Me?
damn. Yep, I'm gonna have to buy YouTube Premium, I think. Will sent me the money for it.
Also, it's not typical behavior for somebody to be yelling out of a vehicle. Have you had anything to drink tonight?
There's the link to the to this video there, Junior.
22?
Is there a question?
Yes, sir. Is that your current
Do
address?
I answer questions?
Okay, I'll just assume that's incorrect then.
And why would you do that? Did you read my address on the driver
It
license?
didn't have an address. It didn't have an apartment number on your driver's
Of course it
license.
does.
Let me see. Can you verify?
You've already seen it. I've already complied with that part.
I don't. But I'm just saying, you didn't have a driver's license.
Of course it does.
On your driver's license?
Man.
Okay, I'll be right back.
He had to check too. He wasn't sure.
This guy.
I would sit back and let him thump a cigarette out on the ground. I really would. Because he started to throw it out a while
Can I
ago.
say that I've never met anybody quite like you that would yell at an officer doing their job. But
So
you have a great
let
day.
me
There's no
understand.
warnings, no fines, no penalties.
May I ask you a question?
There's questions on there. There's the address.
Yeah, no, I have a question. Can you get your supervisor here,
Walk
please?
off.
Is the stop over?
The stop is over. You may leave.
All right.
You don't exit till I get out.
The cop should have said, I don't answer questions.
Well, you said the stop is over, right? Okay, I'm not getting out. I will. Okay, there is no need to draw your weapon, man. Are you fucking drawing your weapon, you fucker? I didn't get out of the car. You told me that already. Yeah. Did I get out of the car? Go fuck yourself. Yeah.
There you go.
Right over there, you can.
You see that spot right over there? That's where you do it. Over there.
Yeah. Affect yourself right over there.
A warning? A warning? For what?
A warning.
For the failure to
Traffic stop's
signal.
over. Turn the lights off and leave. Yeah, 100 foot. See, that's what I was thinking. 100 foot before the turn.
What the fuck? He doesn't even say why.
But he could have gave him a ticket.
Failed to signal with turn indicator within 100 feet.
Yep. And he still gave your ass a warning. I'd give him a ticket. And be like, fuck who? Have a good one.
I guess he left.
See you on your court date.
That was just a warning.
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
a warning, but
I gave him a
so
ticket.
I would have too. I
would
actually
have.
too.
Because the way he approached it was, I mean, he kind of worked himself into that one. And that's what kind of what I was thought, because you have to signal within so many feet of a turn. So he was legit on his traffic stop.
Yeah, I mean, I can see the legit stop, but
I'd have smiled at him too.
When he drives by and hollers, "Fuck the police," don't go pull him over. You already know as an officer that's going to be a confrontation.
Yeah. He, you know,
But that's
I
that
don't believe,
ego.
but-
Officers are human too. I back in the day, I probably would have pulled him over. I'd probably been like, "Oh, fuck the
got him.
police! I'm about to come fuck you, buddy."
Yeah, all right.
I probably would have pulled him over too.
Yeah, because I on the spot and said, "Fuck who?"
he was just
Court date's at the
inviting
bottom. See you later.
problems to happen when he said that.
Yeah.
He just opened up a door, opened up a window for problems.
I mean, like,
Well-
and the cop made a good point. Why were you yelling at a cop for doing his job?
Yeah.
I mean, we pay police officers to enforce laws, and that includes traffic laws.
Well,
You may not like somebody getting pulled over, but he is doing his job.
and I mean, and not to shit on First Amendment auditors. Every one of them has their own style, right?
Yeah.
And or cop watchers, or those kind of things. But
There's signal within 100 feet of your turn, though.
well, I'm like this, right? I mean, I have two videos on my channel where I had issues, but I've got all these different fire scenes and traffic stops and all that. You can you can get a lot, but see, that's the difference. I'm not out there trying to get a rise out of officers. And I mean, I'm not saying what they're doing is wrong. I mean, I'm glad that there's people out there that are standing up for our First Amendment right to record.
Yeah.
I'm glad that, you know, that there are people out there that are holding officers accountable. I don't go out looking to hold officers accountable. I mean, if you look like an ass on my video, you did that on your own.
That's what I was gonna say. You're not standing across the street recording, screaming "fuck the police."
Yeah,
you know, you're just recording, and they're approaching you acting like a bunch of dickhead. Well, some of them. I'm not gonna say all of them.
Right.
We've had some pretty good ones.
Oh yeah. I mean,
like that guy that flipped that truck doing donuts because he was drunk. You know,
oh yeah. I mean, Huntsville police officers. I got to say, I've only had issues really with one Huntsville police officer, and that got fixed, and I haven't had any other issues. Hell, I didn't post a video of this because it was really kind of nothing. But down on Seminole, I can't remember. Is it Johnson Towers? Is the name of it's like a 7 or 8 story apartment building down there. Anyway, it's right across the street, right across Seminole Drive from the Salvation Army. They had a man with a gun call over there, about a month ago or so, or a couple of weeks ago. I don't know. Anyway, I happened to be close by. I was out serving papers, so I swung by there. I got out, had my camera. You know, I'm standing on the sidewalk. I'm zoomed in. You can see it's one of those where the apartments have it's like this long walkway. Kind of like an old hotel building would be, you know, where all of the doors are on this long walkway. Anyway, I'm filming. It turned out to be nothing. The guy had a gun, but he hadn't pointed it at nobody. He wasn't threatening anybody. It was just somebody saw him with the gun. He was on the phone. He was hollering and having an argument with somebody on the phone. Somebody panicked, called the cops. Well, while I'm over there recording, you know, this officer comes out and he's like, "Hey man, I hadn't seen you in a while." I'm like, "Yeah, I hadn't seen you in a bit either. You know, I was, you know, work, whatever." But, you know, they recognize me and they talk to me, and it's not a confrontational thing. But there's a few of them.
Good ones.
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part, there's some really, really good. For the majority, I'll say there's some really good cops in Huntsville.
Oh yeah. Yep. Hey, Jason Everett, what's going on? Good to see you. And let's see, where's or Jorge asked how Budda was. So Budda's not with us tonight because Budda with Almosta Ranch is not with us tonight because he's up there looking at his Almosta Ranch. He's in Kentucky this weekend. They're looking at the property, giving it a closer look, and meeting with the real estate agent and the seller and trying to get all that lined up and everything. So that's where he's at. You know, back to what I was saying about, you know, if you go out looking for a problem, you're usually going to find one, and that's not really the focus of my channel. I'm not going out there looking for a problem. The couple of times I have had an issue, though, I mean, I'll stand up for myself. I'll stand up for my rights, and you know, if you walk like a dickhead and you talk like a dickhead, you're probably a dickhead, and I'll tell you about it. And I'll show you some of those. We'll look at some of those next week. But you know, it's I feel like I've been, you know, blessed in that, you know, the relationship I've got with law enforcement around here is a positive one. And so when I leave after recording something, I don't have to worry about them following me and trying to stop me and jam me up because I'm not out there trying to be an asshole to them. You know, I don't know. I rest easy at night knowing I ain't got to be hiding from the cops. I don't know. I kind of like that, but don't get me wrong. You know, if there's a dickhead cop, I'm going to tell him he's a dickhead. You know, just like
some of them just need educated a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, some of them are young, maybe, and just fresh out of the academy and full of piss and vinegar, and they just think that that badge gives them more authority than it does.
Yeah.
So,
did that once.
And I was kind of like that. I was kind of like that when I was a younger cop. I let it go to my head a little bit.
I think
I'm not gonna bullshit.
I worked in the jail for enough time to kind of get all that out. Well, most of it out of my system. When I got on patrol, I think I'd gotten most of it out. But I had the best thing a lieutenant ever told me is that badge gives you authority to get fired. And
true,
that always stuck with me. It just never. And what he meant was it does give you authority, but you have to exercise it correctly. Because if not, then you're fired.
Yeah.
So
well, and and that's a two-way street too, there, Adam. Right? Like I've got a camera, and I'm out there disseminating information to the public.
Right.
But I don't want to throw the officers off from what they're doing.
Right.
Right. They've got a job. They got a job to do. What if that person does have a gun tucked away in that car that I'm filming a traffic stop on, and they're just waiting for the right fucking moment to pull that firearm out, and it happens to be when I'm over there hollering at the fucking cops, and they turn their attention away for just a minute, and the next thing you know, I'm 20 fucking feet from a shootout.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
or a cop gets hurt in the process.
Right.
That's not.
So I've got a responsibility to do things the right way too, as a videographer. So GTR boy said, yeah, the cops and firefighters in my area are amazing and support me. So he doesn't have any issues either, because he's kind of out there hollering at the cops and getting in the way and shit. There's But I mean, that's what those channels are doing. That's what they're doing. I wouldn't do it, but somebody has to be out there being a little bit more of a hard ass to give the tough love, harder education to some officers. That's just not me.
Yeah.
That's just not going to be me.
I learned too, like they told us, like when I first started, it was like, you tell people to do things, and then when somebody pushes back because I said so, well, it's not always because you said so. Sometimes you need to explain why. And it's okay to explain, So, if somebody comes up giving you a hard time about recording, you could always say, here's my card. You're more than welcome to look at my videos. I don't, I'm not shitting on you guys. I'm just recording what you're doing.
Yeah. And I have had some really good law enforcement interactions here in this area. Huntsville PD has a very strict media policy. And a lot of those officers take that to mean don't say a fucking word. Don't even say hello to somebody with the camera. Get back in your car and get the fuck out of there as soon as you can. You can kind of tell those officers, because they're like, oh fuck, it's a camera. Then you'll hear them on the radio sometimes. Media is 1097. Media is 1097. That means media is on scene. And
just letting everybody know.
Everybody behave. Media's on scene. But I mean, I've been out. I mean, they've done manhunts. I've been around, I've been close. I'm very cognizant of when they've got the dog out. I don't want to contaminate their scent track. And I sure as fuck don't want to get bit. I can promise you that too. So that, everybody has a responsibility as a human being to be decent human beings to everybody else. These officers, they strap on that gun and they leave their house, and they really and truly, you never know if that's going to be the day they don't come back home. So, I mean, I'm very pro law enforcement, but not everybody's meant to be a cop. And we got people wearing that badge and that gun that don't deserve to be a cop. And that if I see one of those, I'm going to call you out on it. I mean, that's just how it is. But any closing thoughts out there?
I know we're going to review some of your Huntsville videos and some of the
videos we are.
We have from Huntsville.
Yes, we'll look at some of those. We'll jump into some of those, and we'll kind of take, because there's some. I also respect the officers in that I don't normally post our conversations with the officers because they're really not supposed to talk to us. You know, I mean, we get on a more personal level, you know, just kind of shooting the shit, whatever. And I just don't think that needs to be put on a video. You know, I want them to feel comfortable talking to me. Now, don't get me wrong. Whenever I'm having a conversation with an officer, my body cam is usually running, and that information is there in case any shit goes sideways and they do try to jam me up when my big camera's off. But that's I'm not out to make folks look bad. I mean, I'm just out there to film what's going on. But we'll look at some of my stuff. The video, the intro video, that deputy that was telling me to get out of the courthouse, we'll definitely look at that one.
Yeah.
That was the closest I've come to getting locked up since I've started doing these videos.
You know, it just blows my mind the amount of excessive force that's used by the police force that doesn't need to happen.
Yeah.
Well, you know, those older guys are the ones that are more prone to be like, you're going to do what I tell you to because I said to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They
Oh,
don't
wait.
go into details. And...
I forgot one more funny thing before we get out of here. Hold on. Let me share this one. So, speaking of talking shit to the cops, right, and how it comes back on you.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this, dude. This was in Rockdale County, Georgia. I'm not sure exactly where that's at, but anyway, the Sheriff's Department, Rockdale County Sheriff's Department, had posted its most wanted list Monday, right? And it caught the eye of Christopher Spalding, right? He sees this and he's like, "Hey, what about me?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, you're correct. You do have 2 warrants. We're on the way."
Was it a list that they put out?
Why is it not sharing? There we go. I had to click it twice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So here it is. Yeah, here it is. He's like, "How about me?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, you got 2 warrants. We're coming. We're on the way."
We're on the way. And didn't they get him? I want to say they arrested him though, for real.
Yeah, they did. They did. He did have. Let's see. It says on here he did have 2 outstanding warrants. He had warrants for felony violation of probation.
Yeah.
So they weren't like, nah, it wasn't immediately that day, but
yeah,
within a few days they went to pick him up. But yeah, don't call the cops out on some shit unless you're ready for it.
Yeah.
You know,
we should also talk about the win in Coleman County just had in Alabama. Did you know they were under a court ordered thing where they were having to release inmates on ROR warrants, no matter what it was.
Oh yeah, let's dig into that because I haven't researched that yet. Let's put some of that shit together. Let's hit that this next week when we got some info to share.
Because that's wild. And I want to say it was an attorney that was appointed, or not an attorney. I'm sorry, a judge that was an appointed judge from Barack Obama that issued that.
Oh wow.
Hey, Alex, I'm going to DM you something real quick. Since you brought that last thing up that was kind of funny, this will make you laugh. This is absolutely ridiculous. This guy, he responded to a Facebook post to the police department who said that they were coming after him because he had a warrant.
You sending it to me on Discord?
Yeah, I'll send it to you real quick.
Oh, speaking of, while we're talking about Discord, if y'all have Discord and you want to join the Rocket City News Now Discord, that's how you get to it. It's discord.me/Rocket City News Now. Come hang out over there.
You got to read that real quick.
Yeah.
This is hilarious.
I got to create a Discord.
You don't have a Discord.
Yes,
I was going to last week.
I thought everybody had Discord.
It slipped my mind.
All right. So Anthony Akers, 30 years old. If the police have issued a warrant for your arrest, you'd think you'd want to keep a low social media profile, but that's the opposite of what Anthony Akers, 38, did. On November 28th, the Richland, Washington Police Department posted a photo of Akers on their Facebook page as their Wanted Wednesday Criminal of the Week. He's wanted by Department of Corrections for failure to comply. Is that like a failure to appear? Well, maybe like a probation violation or something, right?
Probably.
And then, so he they post that, and then he responds, right? And he's like, calm down, I'm going to turn myself in. That comment got thousands of likes and responses because seriously, who does this? However, in spite of his promises, he did not make it in. Shelving the police department like an aloof tender match. Hey, Anthony. Hey, Anthony, we haven't seen you yet, the police department wrote, adding a number where he could reach them. And then he replies back, and he's like, thank you, tying up a couple of loose ends since I will probably be in there for a month. Should be in there in the next 48 hours. So they're just having this whole fucking conversation back and forth. Oh, my God.
Did he ever turn himself in?
He did. He did eventually turn himself in, but I watched it. This is great.
Wait, here we go. So he says, Richland, Washington Police Department, dear RPD, it's not you, it's me. I obviously have commitment issues. I apologize for standing you up, but let me make it up to you. I will be there no later than lunchtime tomorrow. I know you have no reason to believe me after what I did to you, but I promise that if I don't make it on my own by lunchtime tomorrow, I will call for a ride to assist me with my commitment issues. Thank you in advance to your response. If you're patient giving me another chance with us, I know I don't deserve it. P.S. You're beautiful.
And then selfie him turning himself in.
Look, there it is. He's got a picture. He's like, here for our date, sweetheart.
That's good.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Lord, yes.
That's pretty
well, see, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you know, hey, it worked out. He turned himself in. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. I love it. I love it. Mr. Wizard said the Australian police troll people like that. Hey, there's Blade Studios. What's up, Blade? Good to see you. The cord on
like that Chappelle Show skit with the drug dealer and the CEO changes places.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. So we got
yeah, Stacey, it was my computer cord, my laptop was about to die.
So I think that's probably about it, y'all. We've gone a little over 2 hours, I think, on this one.
Yeah, almost 2. Almost.
Yeah, right up. But we covered some good stuff. We had some good conversation. There is, if you look in the description down there, there's a link to a Google form. If there's a video or news story you want us to look at and talk about, put it on that form, because I do pull that up 2 or 3 times throughout the week and pull some info on there. And I'll even let folks know that you're the one that shared it with us. So be sure and check that out. You mean, can you join the discussion, Junior? This discussion here? That's possible. You got to be in my Discord over there. We're trying to keep it kind of. I tell you what I really want. I would really like to have and I know this is not going to happen, but I would love to have like an active duty police officer that would hop on every week and give us their viewpoint, but they probably can't. Departmental regulations, that kind of stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
But anyhow, it's, whatever. We'll see. I mean, we're all, for the most part, the 3 of us here, we're pretty much, for the most part, pro law enforcement, as long as they're decent cops, except for Steve and the cops in Colorado. There's no winning Steve's heart back there, Colorado cops.
Dude,
sorry, you've run that.
They screwed the pooch on that one, bud. I tell you what.
You couldn't sign into it there, Dixie? Okay, well, I may come up with something else then. I may come up with a different form. You have to have an email address. I know it asks for an email address or whatever, because reason being, if I receive threats, I'll email you back like a picture of the top of my butt crack or something. Don't. I'm not really sending those out. So don't try to get pictures of my butt crack. But anyhow, so I don't really have much before we head out of here, other than to say, it's been fun, and we're going to look at some shit next week. That's more on some of the things from my channel and some of the issues that I've had. We'll talk about some of those. Adam's been out with me, and it should be pretty interesting to see. I've got I do have a video that I still have not edited and posted yet. I need to do that, where I showed it with the camera at the Madison Police Department, and got invited to have burgers with them, but didn't take them up on it. Because I should have, but see, here's the thing: the burgers were inside a gated area that said restricted access, and I wasn't falling for that shit.
If you had the invite on camera, you'd be fine.
Yeah, probably so. But yeah, we'll look at some of my videos next week, and there's more to come. I mean, this is only episode 2, so like the intro says, put your adult panties on, your grown-up panties on, and come join the discussion. So
find us some videos to talk about too.
And we may bring some guest folks on. Now, we'll tell you, if you want to be on the panel, you do have to have decent audio, decent video quality. You do have to have a webcam, because if you're going to get on here and talk shit, you at least need to, show your face, in my opinion. Yeah, that's right.
I agree.
So don't get on here and make threats and shit, because the popo will be coming for you. You know what I'm saying? But anyhow, that's it for me. Adam, you got any closing thoughts?
No, I think you covered it pretty well.
Steve-O?
I got nothing.
All right.
I look forward to doing this more.
Yeah, me too. I'm liking
I like
it.
the videos.
I really do enjoy doing this, guys. It's
I'm really enjoying it. So, and if you're in my Discord, if you can't get the Google form to work, drop a link or tell me what the news story is or where I can find it or whatever, and I'll do some digging and we'll find it. So, I do have an outro this week. Hey. I have an outro this week. Our mics will be muted, of course, when the outro plays. And then so we're gonna head on out. But I appreciate it. Thank you all for coming and hanging out with us. It's pretty badass. I mean, the three or four of us could get together and talk shit, but it would be fun. But it wouldn't be as fun as getting to hang out and talk shit with all of you. So thanks again, Mr. Wizard, for the $15 there. I appreciate you sending some Rubucks my way. And I'm gonna have to look into that YouTube Premium now. So that's gonna do it, everybody. We will see you next week at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on this channel. Make sure you got those notifications turned on. Peace and love, everybody. We'll see you.
Thanks for coming by.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning. These ladies know that I'm sinning, and this is just the beginning. I'm closing in the night inning. There ain't no point in resisting. Living life like a dream, live it right, that's the thing. Every night, got a team, I've been tied to the scene. Out on stage, here I'm screaming. Okay, it's a dream, and I pray as a team. One day, it'll be me. If I want it, then I get it. Head down, don't regret it. Push myself to the limit. If I play it, then I win it. I'm just saying, I'm just living for today. For a minute, I don't stay, I just visit. Have no shame, I admit it. Looking on me to see if I succeed, to see if I believe. They're looking up to me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me.